On today's video, I'm going to show you how to use the Mellow Audio TS Mini to play ambient guitar on your smartphone. Let's get to work. Yeah, that's right. Mellow Audio contacted me and asked if they could send me a demo unit of their TS Mini, which is a mini audio interface, interestingly enough. And I said, heck yeah, let me try it out. And they said, oh, by the way, you can hook this up to your smartphone. I happen to have an iPhone here, and play ambient guitar on it. And I said, I don't know about that. But anyhow, they sent it out, and I've been playing with it, and it's pretty cool. Let's take a look at the unit for just a minute. You'll see on the top that there is a phantom power switch, which is pretty cool. You can actually, if you're plugging in a microphone, you can have phantom power to it. There's a direct monitor switch versus audio coming from the device kind of thing. You see plus and minus keys for your volume. And let's look on the front end here. You'll see an input for your guitar. It's kind of a, line level, instrument level input. I guess it's instrument level. In the middle is an XLR mic input, and that's what that phantom power is for. If you've got a condenser mic, you'll also see a headphone output, and I've tried it out and it sounds pretty good. Let's flip it over onto the other side, and you'll see a USB port. This is where you're going to connect the TS Mini into the device you want to run audio in and out of. You'll also see a MIDI in jack, which is cool. So if you've got an expression pedal MIDI keyboard or something like that you want to connect into the device, you can do that. And then finally, there is an output jack. And I should say that it is TSR, so you can run a TSR cable and split it into left and right channels for full stereo. So what can you connect the TS Mini to? Well, with the included USB cable, you can pretty much connect it to anything that accepts a USB signal. So that means your computer, and it works with Windows and Mac computers. That's pretty cool. And not only that, at least my unit came with this little splitter cable thingy, and it's got a lightning port on one side for an iPhone. And then on the other side, these two, where it splits, there's a miniature USB and a standard USB port there. So if I plug this into the cable, there we go, that's plugged into the TS Mini, I can then grab my iPhone, in my case, and this works for Android too with a different hookup. I can just kind of plug it right in there, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Well, almost ready to rock and roll. I actually need to do a couple of other things real quick. I need to take my cable that's actually going to the computer that I'm recording this on, and I'm going to plug this into the stereo outs of the TS Mini. So I've got audio signal flowing from the Mini into my big audio interface that I normally use. I'm also going to grab my guitar cable here, and I'm going to go ahead and plug it into the instrument input of the TS Mini. And there we are. That's ready to rock and roll, really rock and roll now. So let's see what we do with it once we've got it all connected. The final piece for rocking and rolling is software on your smartphone or iPad or tablet, whatever you have. And for this demo, I'm actually going to use Bias Effects 2, and I just downloaded the free version. Let me show you what I have going on for my patch in Bias Effects. First up, you'll see that I've got a compressor lined up on the signal path. And next, I've got a distortion, although I'm not using it for this demo. But then I'm going into a splitter because I want to use 2 amps and actually end up with a stereo signal. And both of those amps are the free amp model. It's the 69 Blue Line version 2 with the bass blue cabinet. And then what you'll see after that is that I'm running into 2 different choruses. And these are just kind of standard choruses. And then finally, I'm running into the delay. There's only one delay that comes with the free version of Bias Effects. But I've got two of them, so again, I've ended up with a stereo signal, which is pretty cool. It's blended back in together, and what you're going to hear now is the output. Now that's kind of a cool sound, isn't it? That's pretty sweet. So you can hear this guitar's got P90 pickups, and that kind of growly P90 sound is definitely there. Yeah, nice. You can also hear the stereo delay, and although I don't have a volume pedal set up with this rig, I can do volume control swells, and it sounds pretty good. I like that a lot, actually. I could definitely see myself using this in the right context for a piece of music. Anyhow, this is just a really simple patch. After playing around with this, I'm finding myself thinking, man, maybe I'll go out and purchase the full version of Bias FX 2 and really kind of play around with what's available. I would love to have a much longer delay than, I guess it's probably about a second or so. I'd really like to have a long delay so I could do more Frippertronic style things. Yeah, I'd also like to experiment hooking up my expression pedal to the TS Mini to see if I could get it to control something in my patch and act like a volume pedal. And then that's a big thing for me, right? So I'd love to have that volume pedal capability going on. But even as it is, with the free version of Bias FX and nothing else, it's a cool sound. One of the things I really like about this setup is there is literally, at least to my ear, no discernible lag time when you play. When you hit the note, it is there immediately. There's not like 5 milliseconds, 10 milliseconds of lag. It is there immediately. It's almost like you're direct monitoring the signal. So the TS Mini really is a versatile little device. You can use it more as a traditional audio interface, or you can use it like I'm using it right now with your smartphone or tablet device and really have a very small rig to deal with. I can see myself going on a trip once this whole weirdness is over this year, but going on a trip, maybe I'm flying to another city here in the US and taking a smaller guitar, maybe a travel electric guitar with me, and just packing the TS Mini in my bag, and I've already got my cell phone. And then when I'm hanging out at the hotel room at night, I can just break out my guitar and start playing and have a really good sounding setup. So, what do you think about the TS Mini? Good? Bad? Ugly? Comment below and let me know your thoughts. Also, if you've got experience with other devices like this, running into cell phones or tablets, drop a comment below and share with us your experience. Got a playlist here of other amp modeler demos. Hope you'll check them out, and I'll see all of you on the next video.